In 1934, football crossed borders and became the stage for a dispute far greater than the ball rolling. The Second World Cup, held in Italy, was marked by the presence of Benito Mussolini and the explicit use of sport as political propaganda. Italy in the 1930s lived under the fascist regime. Mussolini sought to show the world the strength of the new Italy and saw in the World Cup a unique opportunity. The tournament would not be just a sporting competition. It would be an international showcase of the power and discipline he claimed to represent. It was the first World Cup with qualifiers, since more than 30 teams registered for only 16 spots. Uruguay, champion of the previous edition, boycotted the tournament in protest against the lack of European support in 1930. England also stayed away, considering the championship irrelevant compared to its domestic competitions. Thus, the event began already surrounded by political tensions and rivalries. In Italy, nothing was left to chance. Mussolini controlled newspapers and radios, ensuring that only positive news about the national team was published. Italian players were under pressure. Winning was not just a sporting matter but a political demand. The dictator appointed military officials and allies to organize the tournament, reinforcing its propagandistic character. The stadiums were prepared to impress. Flags, fascist symbols, and military parades were part of the atmosphere. Each match was accompanied by speeches and ceremonies exalting the regime. Football, which should unite nations around the passion for the sport, became an instrument of manipulation. Italy's campaign was marked by controversy. There were accusations of biased refereeing and reports of pressure on opponents. Even so, the team advanced to the final. On June 10, 1934, in Rome, before more than 50,000 people, Italy and Czechoslovakia faced each other. Before the match, Italian players gave the fascist salute toward the stands, where Mussolini was watching. The game was dramatic. Czechoslovakia scored first, but Italy equalized and, in extra time, scored the decisive goal. The 2-1 victory was celebrated as a national triumph. For Mussolini, it was not just a sporting title, it was the confirmation of fascist Italy's superiority. In the following days, newspapers and radios exalted the victory as proof of the regime's strength. The image of the champion team was used in posters, speeches, and propaganda. Football became an extension of politics, consolidating Mussolini as the first ruler to use sport in this way on a global scale. The 1934 World Cup went down in history as Mussolini's Cup, a tournament that showed how sport can be manipulated, turning into a tool of propaganda and control. More than goals and victories, that championship revealed football's ability to reflect the social and political contexts of its time. Today, when we remember the 1934 World Cup, we are not only talking about football. We are talking about power, propaganda, and how sport can be used for purposes far beyond the pitch. The so-called Mussolini's Cup remains a dark milestone, reminding us that football, when instrumentalized, can become politics, propaganda, and control.